$80 million. That is the headline on the day you sell. In the other life, the headline says 12. Same product, same year, the same first 10 customers, near enough. In one life, you raise $54 million. In the other, you raise nothing at all. You are going to live both. Two exits. One of them is worth almost 7 times the other. You already know which headline is bigger. You do not yet know which man is richer. Neither does he. The page where that gets decided is page 9. Nobody makes you read it. Level 1. The founders. 2 kitchen tables, same month. You are building the same unremarkable thing. Software that schedules shifts for restaurants. Nobody at a party has ever been impressed by it. It works. 11 people pay for it by June. In both kitchens, you write down the first 10 customer names. Actual pen, actual paper, stuck on the wall above the table. You do it because you cannot believe there are 10. 8 years from now, one of you can still recite that list. One of you cannot. On the funded side, an investor emails you in October. He is polite and fast. He has clearly done this 1,000 times. He asks about growth. You say 40% month over month. It is true. It is also 11 customers becoming 15. You raise $2 million on a Tuesday. It takes 9 days. The money lands. You look at your own bank balance. It looks like somebody else's. It does belong to someone else. You will not think about that for 4 years. You hire 6 people by March. You get an office with a door that sticks. On the bootstrapped side, that same October, you do something unglamorous. You raise your price. $29 becomes $49. You lose 4 customers. You gain $1,100 a month. That is the entire funding round. $1,100 a month from people who chose to pay it. You hire nobody. You do the support yourself, badly, at night, for 2 more years. The 4 who left told you why. That is worth more than the money. One said it was built for a restaurant twice her size. You had not known that. You assumed you were too expensive. You were not too expensive. You were built for the wrong kitchen. You fix it over that winter. Nobody funds a winter like that. There is nothing to announce at the end of it. Both of you are 27. Both of you run the same software company. One of you now has a boss. The other has 40 customers who can leave on any Tuesday. Neither of those is freedom. You have only chosen which cage you can see. Level 2. The 2 kinds of yes. On the funded side, the money changes the question you wake up to. The question used to be, are people paying? Now it is, are we growing fast enough for the next round? Those are not the same question. They are not even related. In year 2, you do a deal you know is bad. A large customer, heavily discounted. 11 months of custom work, for 1 logo on 1 slide. You take it because the slide matters. The slide is how you raise the Series A. You raise the Series A, $12 million at a $60 million valuation. Your name is in the press for 1 day. Your father calls. He tells his friends at the golf club. You own 38% of the company now. You started at 100. Nobody stole anything. You sold it in pieces, for time you did not have. On the bootstrap side, year 2 is the year you nearly quit. Revenue is $19,000 a month. It has been $19,000 a month for 5 months. You work 60 hours a week. You have no runway, no story, and no press. There is a founder from your year named Nadia. Both of your lives know her. In one, you sit on panels with her. In this one, you met her once at a conference. She raised $9 million. Her office has a wall of plants. There is a person whose job is the plants. You visit once. She gives you the tour. She is generous with her time and genuinely kind about your thing. You leave feeling like a man who has misread his own life. On the train home, you open your own dashboard. $19,000 a month. You look at it for a long time. You do not feel proud of it. You will, eventually. Not for another 4 years. Then in November, something quiet happens. A customer refers 3 restaurants without being asked. Those 3 refer 4 more. You did not ask any of them to do it.
Nothing has changed about the product this month. Something has changed about how good it got. 2 years of you fixing it alone at night did that. It is the slowest possible way to grow. It is also the only kind nobody can outspend. By the end of year 3, you are at $51,000 a month. No employees, no investors, no meetings. You pay yourself $140,000 that year. It is the first money you have taken out. One of you spends other people's money to buy growth. The other spends time to buy proof. Both work. Only one of them has a clock attached. In 4 years, a room of people you have never met will vote on your job. Your job is running your own company. Only one of these two lives has that room in it. Level 3. The bosses. On the funded side, year 4 is the biggest year yet. You do not enjoy any of it. 40 people, a real office, a head of sales who sells better than you ever will. Revenue goes from 1.1 million to 4 million. That is a wonderful number. It is not a good enough number. You need a Series B. For a Series B, you need to triple, not quadruple. You need it inside 15 months. So you hire ahead of the revenue. Everybody does. That is the machine working exactly as designed. You close the Series B in spring. $26 million. A tech site writes 400 words about you. Your father calls again. Then you sit in the car in the parking garage, and you feel nothing at all. You had expected this one to feel like something. The first round did. You wait a few minutes to see if it arrives late. It does not. You did the arithmetic in the lift, on the way down. After this round, you own 26%. 411 restaurants use it. You built it at a kitchen table. You own about a quarter of it. And you have to grow 4 times in 2 years, or none of this structure makes sense anymore. You did not sell your company. You sold the right to keep running it, twice, in exchange for the money to keep running it. And something else changed that you cannot undo. You used to talk to customers on Fridays. All of them, personally, for years. You stopped in year 4. There was no decision. The calendar simply filled with other people. The last restaurant you spoke to yourself was a place in Queens with 11 staff. You do not remember the owner's name now. You remembered it for about a year. Then you did not. On the bootstrapped side, year 4 is small, and it is yours. $94,000 a month. You finally hire 2 people. You interview 11 of them. You take 3 weeks over it. At your size, the wrong hire is not a setback. It is the year. You pay yourself $320,000. Then you do the thing nobody writes articles about. In December, you take a distribution out of the business. $200,000. Cash. Yours. Not an exit. Not a liquidity event. Money coming out of a thing you own, because you own it. You do it again the next year. And the next. There is no press release for a man paying himself. There is no headline anywhere in this. 80 million against 12 million. Pick one. Right now, before you know how this ends. Nearly everybody picks the 80. Nearly everybody is picturing a number that will not exist. One of you is building a company. The other is building a company and a case for the next round. Only one of those 2 jobs pays you. Level 4. The passengers. Start on the funded side. This is where you find out what you signed. Growth slows in year 6. Not a collapse, a slowing. 4 million to 5.8. In this world, that is a failure. Everyone in the room knows it. The October board meeting runs 3 hours. You are asked to justify hiring decisions from 18 months ago. There is one moment you will replay for years. You look up mid-sentence and understand something. You are presenting to people who can replace you. You are not the founder in this room. You are an executive. One with an unusually emotional attachment to the product. Nadia is replaced that same year. Series C, new chief executive. She stays 6 months in a made-up role. Then she leaves. She calls you afterwards. She is not bitter. That somehow makes it worse. She says one thing you keep. She spent 8 years building something. At the end, she visited it like a guest. In year 7, you need $14 million to keep going. Nobody wants to lead it. You have missed the plan 2 years running. Everybody in the market knows. Your existing investors do it. That is the good news.
It is also the whole problem. They will fund you at 2 times participating, which means this. On any sale, they take back twice their 14 million before anybody else sees a dollar. Then they share in what is left as well. You sign it on a Tuesday. There is no alternative on the table, and everyone in the room knows that too. Now read page 9, properly, for the first time. Add the stack up. 28 million from the bridge, 26 from the Series B, 14 from the 2 rounds before it. $68 million comes off the top of any sale. Before common shares see anything, before you see anything. It is not a trick. It is the price of the 14 million you needed in a year when your growth had slowed. 6 years of building, and a floor of 68 million you now have to clear before you are worth $1. Now the bootstrap side. Year 6 is boring. Revenue is $210,000 a month, 6 employees. You take $400,000 out that year. Nobody writes about it. Nobody knows. The list is still on the wall. It has moved offices twice, badly taped, one corner torn. Your wife asked once why you do not frame it. You said something dismissive. The truth is that framing it would mean it was finished. It is not finished. 8 of them still pay you every month. You know where all 10 of those restaurants are. 2 have closed. 1 is a chain with 9 locations now. They pay you $1,100 a month. Nobody is watching you. That is the entire advantage. Nobody under 30 believes that is an advantage. You did not believe it either. Here is what it actually buys. In year 6, a competitor raises $30 million. They price at $19 to take your customers. It works. For about a year. You do not have to respond. There is no board asking why growth stalled. There is no next round to protect. You wait. They burn the money. They raise the price back to 51. 11 of their customers come to you that spring. 2 of them are on the list on your wall, coming back. Patience is a strategy that only one of these 2 lives is allowed to use. One of you needs an event to get paid. The other has been getting paid the whole time. Level 5. The sellers. On the funded side, the offer comes in year 8. $80 million. It is a real number from a real acquirer. Everyone congratulates you. Now do the arithmetic. 68 million goes to the preference stack. 12 million is left. And the earlier rounds share in that as well, because every lawyer in this business read the same book. You own 21% of what remains. Your share is $2.5 million before tax. Say it clearly. $2.5 million is a great deal of money. It is more than most people earn in a working life. You are not a victim in this story. It is also 8 years, 40 people, 2 boards, and 1 number in the press that was 32 times what you actually received. Everyone you know believes you sold for 80 million. Every single one of them. You will never correct a single one of them. There is no way to say it that does not sound ungrateful. Your father tells people at the golf club. He is very proud. He has the number wrong by a factor of 32. You let him have it. That is the last thing this company gives you, and you give it away. The acquirer keeps you for the standard 18 months. You have a title with the word strategic in it. You leave on a Friday. 9 people come to the drinks. 4 of them you hired yourself. Your salary across those 8 years averaged $160,000. That was the whole deal. Low pay now. 1 big number later. The 1 big number later was 2.5. On the bootstrap side, you sell in year 8 as well. $12 million. There is no preference stack. There is no board. There is you, a lawyer, and a spreadsheet. You own 100%. The tax is real. What lands is close to 9 million. You sell it to a competitor twice your size. The call takes 6 weeks from first email to signed. There is no diligence circus because there is nothing complicated to find. 1 owner, 1 bank account. 8 years of the same boring growth.
But 9 million was never the interesting number. Across those 8 years, you paid yourself a salary. Then you distributed the profits on top of it. 200,000 in year 4, 300 in year 5, 400 in year 6, 700 in year 7, $1 million in the last one, because by then the thing simply threw off money. Added up, $2.6 million, taken out while the business was still entirely yours. Nobody wrote a word about any of it. There is no press release for a man paying himself for the 8th year running. And now the number neither of you was ever shown. The man who wrote you the check in year 2 was not investing in your company. Not really. He was assembling a portfolio of 30. He needs one of them to return the entire fund. He wrote 3 more checks after the first one. That is why he ends up with the largest single slice of that 68 million. His fund was $400 million. Your 80 million exit sends about 19 million back to it. In his model, that is not a success. It is not a failure either. It is nothing. It is a line that gets marked and moved past on a Thursday. He is not a bad man. You liked him. He answered every email you sent for 6 years. He also had 29 other founders. One of them was going to matter, and the arithmetic was never going to let it be you. Your job in that portfolio was to be one of the 30. You did the job well. So here is the whole thing in 2 numbers. 9 million and 2.6 million on one side, 2.5 million on the other. The life with the smaller headline is nearly 5 times better off. It was also better off in every single year along the way. Somewhere tonight, 2 people are writing 10 names on a piece of paper. They are sticking it above a kitchen table. One of them will take money to grow faster. That is a real choice, and sometimes it is the right one. The other will raise a price by $20 and keep the list. 8 years from now, only one of you can still recite all 10 names. You owned the thing long enough to remember it. Money that arrives every year makes you an owner. Money that arrives once, at the end, after everybody else, makes you an employee with a story. If you want the same split in a building where nobody owns anything, watch the Quant developer and Quant researcher one next. Same degree, same first Monday, and only one of them ends up load-bearing.